friends, the JS mentoring, I'm extremely glad to be, part of this, offering some of my time whenever possible, and whenever I get an opportunity, as requested by John Samuel sir, to spend time, because this is an absolutely a great initiative, mentoring and guiding the budding civil service aspirants. And today I, decided to talk on a topic that's basically what makes civil services exciting. Why this topic is primarily because, it's a privatized world now. Many sectors, it's a private sector domination is there. And in the private sector, the jobs are lucrative, and basically the talent-based promotion systems are there. A lot of perks and facilities are there. So in spite of that, how civil services are still exciting. The civil services, I mean the administrative jobs in public sector. You are all aware. In my opinion, there are 10 reasons I can say which really makes civil services exciting, and it still makes the civil services a dream job or a prestigious job, in spite of some negatives in the public sector working. So let's start. Now, number one, merit-based entry system. Friends, it's in the era of nepotism and favoritism. UPSC still has got a very transparent procedure where your hard work is definitely rewarded. And there are very few sectors where actually, you can really have this kind of system. Even in the public sector also, not in all the jobs. Only in these civil services, the top level jobs are, selected. So there the UPSC is maintaining a transparent procedure which is ensuring a merit-based entry system. If I can take my own example, a person like me, my parents are not graduates, but then just maybe, just because, I don't have any godfather, or I'm not a second generation bureaucrat. No, absolutely no. Just because of maybe the talent and the hard work, I could really get into this. So that's merit-based entry is the most charming factor in civil services, in my opinion. And the second reason is the reputation and the prestige in the society. Who doesn't like fame? Who would not like to get some fame? Everyone would like. The Maslow's theory of needs, all of you know that very well. Maslow's theory of needs starts with the physiological needs, roti, kapda, makan, your basic housing, food and clothing. But then the man will never be satisfied with that. He will always try to go for materialistic, gains, become rich, super rich, filthy rich. Even then he is not satisfied. He looks for something else. And that's fame. That's primary recognition, in the society. That is primarily the reason why, many businessmen, they can really willing to spend their fortune to get fame, to become public representatives, to become Rajya Sabha MPs, right? Neeta Ambani, why should she be really working? Mukesh Ambani is one of the richest persons in the whole world. But then Neeta Ambani is keeping herself so busy, managing a IPL team, managing a school, managing a hospital. Why? She wants recognition. She wants to be recognized not only as just Mrs. Mukesh Ambani. She wants her own recognition, fame. Everyone wants. So, it's not only the money. After money, everyone wants this kind of the fame and the reputation. And this civil services offer you on a platter on a very first day of your joining. Okay? So you need not take that entire route of getting rich, filthy rich, and then spending that money to become fame. No. The civil services, because of it offers social prestige and reputation, and it gives you that fame also. Right? The third factor, the contribution to the society. It provides an opportunity for you to really contribute to the society. That is the best satisfaction you can ever get. Working ability to work for the have-nots, who don't have the power, but you really use your power to do something good for them. The have-nots. I will take one example from my own experience. I was a district magistrate in Purnia district in Bihar many years before. When I was meeting people in the grievance redressal, Janta Darbars, many people who are old age people or physically challenged, or some widows, they were entitled to get pensions, monthly pension, but they were not getting. So I did a campaign mode. I went for a campaign mode and for 3 months. And when I started that campaign, the number of pensioners in the district was 42,000. At the end of the campaign, just in 3 months, that number went up to 1,52,000. That means I have added more than 1 lakh pensioners in 3 months' time. And all those people are still, even today, they are getting pension. 1,000 rupees a month may not be a big money for us, but it's a big money for a poor person who is physically challenged or old age or a widow living in a village. So, that gives me the immense satisfaction. Even today, if someone asks me the most satisfying moment so far in my career, this will be one of the, few moments I can always cherish and I can always, tell them. Number four reason is basically the contribution to the nation building. In various capacities, you can really contribute to the nation building. I'll just take 2 examples. One is, if you are part of the election machinery as the district election officer, as the district magistrate, your leadership is ensuring a free and fair election. That is actually, contributing to the nation building by strengthening the democracy. Okay? And the second example is the current one, the corona. See, the corona, even though in the health sector, private sector is dominant, but when it comes to corona, fight against corona, it is the public sector that is active. All the civil servants and the medical, executives, medical doctors and other paramedicals, so they are all really active. So, in this kind of crisis time also, the civil servants actually become the warriors, fighting against the coronavirus, right? So, this is also a contribution to the nation building. So, number 5, the top leadership positions. At the age of 21, you can really directly get into your top leadership positions. This, I don't think any other job in the entire world will offer you. Even if you join in a private sector, Sundar Pichai could become CEO of a big company, or he could get into some bigger leadership positions after many years. When he joins in any company, he will not directly get into in a top leadership positions. He will be a team member. But the civil services, that offers a job which is directly a top leadership positions. At the age of 21. At the age of 25, you can be actually managing a district, maybe having a population of 5 million, 50 lakh population. Many countries are smaller than that of size. So that is another real factor which is really, charming about the civil services. And number 6 is challenging job nature. You ask many people in the private sector, they keep hopping from one job to another, many of them. The reason is not only the money or the perks involved in it. If you ask serious people why you are changing your job, many of them would tell you that the job is no more challenging. It is not giving me the satisfaction. The best job satisfaction comes from the most challenging jobs. And I don't think, any other job can really give you the kind of challenges you will get as a civil servant. You will be handling disasters, you will be handling corona, you will be handling law and order problems, you will be handling elections. We can say so many reasons there. So the challenging job nature is also another attraction in my opinion. Number 7, the diversity of the job. Diversity is no other job can beat this. especially when you are in IAS, in my opinion. Because you will be interacting with, you name that stakeholder, you will be interacting with that particular stakeholder. From the farmers to the corporates, to from the media, NGOs, students, politicians, you name them, you will be interacting with them. Okay? Like in my experience, I have spent many nights, I have made night stays in remote villages, understanding the problems of the farmers, problems of the villagers, their basic amenities. So I have spent many nights in the remote villages. But at the same time, this job has given me an opportunity, to attend international forums, UN forums. And I have stayed in best of the hotels in the whole in the world. So both these kind of diverse nature experience, very few jobs will be offering you. Number 8, it's not a simple job, it's a service. That is why all these services, Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, Indian Postal Service, Indian Foreign Service, all these services are services actually. What do I mean by service? Once you are selected in that particular job, so that service remains with you forever, even after retirement. John Somwell sir will always be remembered as a retired Indian Postal Service officer. This doesn't happen with any other job. Okay, but it happens with this job, right? So this, and also I know service. I mean, I have been telling my probationers about IAS, for example. I stands for integrity, A for anonymity, and S for service orientation. So you always become like that. Whether you are in a particular position or not. Because you are in that particular service, you will always think about it, and you will be helping your other colleagues, you will be giving suggestions to your seniors, you will be guiding the juniors. So this happens. So it's not a simple job, it's a service. That's number 8. Number 9, job security is definitely there. That is also one of the points I wanted to say. And also the promotions, the perks, facilities. So that's also definitely a satisfactory one. And last but not the least, number 10, you become a better person. So what do I mean? So your career shapes your personality. I have seen this in myself. Your career will be shaping your personality also. So in my experience, I have become a better person because I am a civil servant. I have become more responsible, more law-abiding, more empathetic, more humble. So these things have, come to me thanks to the service in which I am there. One simple example is during my training, when we had army attachment in Rajouri in Jammu, we were all made to interact with the Jawans. At that time, I was wondering, why we are asked to meet the Jawans. I'm not going to work in army ever. So why should I be really, But then anyway, we were all made to interact. The Jawans were telling some problems which I really thought like maybe, not really relevant. They were telling 2 important problems they were facing. One is because the male member is out. He is in the war front. He is in the border protecting our country away from the house. So only the female member is there. So the neighbor always creates problems by trying to encroach upon the land, right? And the second problem they were mentioning is, whenever I send 1,000 rupees, only 900 rupees is going. Maybe the person, whether from the postal service or from somebody, is doing some mischief. This may be a small problem for us, but that's a big problem for that guy. These were the 2 problems, the most noticeable problem we could hear. And when I was district magistrate in many districts, I could actually, see such problems coming to me directly. So because I was already sensitized enough, so I could take immediate action on that. I could really, pay a good attention to that, and I could take action to that. So, friends, because of that, now I feel like, because of this I'm in the civil service, I do feel like I can better understand the politics, the climate change, all these things, right? So, friend, these are the 10 reasons I can think of which definitely makes civil services very, very exciting. And because you are all civil service aspirants, I should not miss this opportunity as a, maybe as a senior colleague, and based on my experience, I just want to give you some message or some tips. Number one is basically this is one of the best career choices if you are not behind money, right? This service is not there for making money. But if you are looking for a challenging job, if you are looking for a job in which you can really contribute to the society, contribute to the nation, then this is the job you should look for, right? But friends, please remember, you may be very intelligent, maybe a topper, all those things. High IQ levels, very good memory power, everything is there. But hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. What do I mean? Just having a great talent or an IQ alone is not going to take you through these examinations. Civil services examinations are totally a different kind of examinations where you need a lot of hard work. So I have just a small tip that is all about 5 Ds. What are those 5 Ds which are really required? Even if you are talented and with a high IQ, you definitely, these 5 Ds could really help you in sailing through the civil exams. The first D is, desire or, dream. That's the most important thing. If you are not really clear about your own desire or dream, then you cannot really fix your goal, right? So that's the most important thing. Now you have fixed your goal, that alone is not enough. The next D is directions. Directions is basically, finding out the path to, to reach that particular success. And that's like a blueprint ready for, from the origin to the destination. Okay, I'm starting from here and how I will end up getting into civil services. That's the directions. Without that, without having the direction, without having the blueprint, you can't move ahead. And the third D is basically dedication. Then you need to dedicate yourself. Dedication is basically nothing but unwavering focus on your goals, on your directions. You already fixed your goal and directions, just unwavering focus on that without any kind of distractions. Okay, completely dedicating yourself. In spite of all these things, there could be some adversity coming, not clearing the exam for the first time. You fell ill, or there are so many adverse things can happen. So definitely adverse things will be happening, for all of us, it happens. So at that time, what is required is the determination. Determination to really, be in the course, be in that particular course, not getting diverted, not losing heart. Okay, that's important. But the last D, which is very, very important, is basically the discipline. Discipline means, what I mean here is the self-discipline. Self-discipline is basically nothing but, generally, there are certain things which you do not feel like doing. Like, for example, getting up at morning 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock and studying. You will feel happy to sleep till 8 o'clock, okay? But then the self-discipline means, no, I should not, you should not succumb to the impulse or to the temptations, but having a regular habits of getting up timely, sleeping timely, not gossiping, not spending unnecessary time with others. Those are all small things, but they are small habits, but they are important part of self-discipline. Without that, all other 4 Ds are useless. So friends, these are the 5 Ds I really wanted to tell you all. And I can assure you one thing, all your hard work will be of worth, definitely. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.